I'm just going to hold this in place. And that's just right on the money. And there's no gap anywhere along that edge. And the other thing is it's like I said, it's square in both directions, this way and that way. Let me show you that. So bringing this up along this edge, I mean, that's perfect. And then when you go this way as well, you're also getting fantastic results. Probably should show it on this edge because this one's got a bit of a back bevel on it. I mean, that's just a beautiful joint. So I'm very happy with the way this tool works, but it is a tool that needs to have a fence, I believe, and that's so I'm going to either rework this shooting board or build a new one. Now I've got plenty of room out here to put a fence. I like that, but I don't remember when I built this. I'm pretty sure I didn't glue it in there. So I can take these screws out here, remove this top plate. I use the base, and then I want to put in dust relief here, which I didn't do the first time. I already got the screws out. A moment of truth here to see whether they're... Oh yeah. That's good. All right, I installed a bushing here. For my pivot pin. So I'm going to have to locate that again. And then you can see my oversized hole here for adjusting my fence ever so slightly. Alright, I just finished cutting this piece out of 1/2-inch bolted birch. It's 11 inches wide. But when I put, and it's replacing this piece here. When I put this piece in here, it's probably 1/8 of an inch wider than this piece. And I need to keep them very close to the same size because no, I guess I'll be alright now that I think about it. It just matters which way I drill, which side I drill the hole from. I want the fence to be about even with the outside edge of my workpiece. So I can control that with hole location, so I'm fine. Okay, so this piece is going. I'll use that for something else down the road. So without changing anything, I want to, I've got my blade lower here. I want to make a relief cut in my base for sawdust relief. Alright, so here's my piece. I'm going to flip it over. I got to make sure that this side stays toward the fence. And I've got some screws in here. Better measure that and make sure I'm not going to hit that screw. Yeah, I'll be okay. I've got, from whatever I used this for before, I've got 2 screws that I cut off here and here, one over here. But I'll be all right. All right, so let's get that groove made. The depth is fine. I can always bring it up. I'm going to drop it just a little bit here. All right, here we go. That's good. Now I know when I put this on, those two will line up perfectly as long as I get my holes drilled carefully. Bring this back, get a so now you can see that kerf I made is exactly the same as this piece right here. Or located at the exact mark that I want it to be. Alright, get some hole locations marked out here for my fence, drill these holes, and we'll come back. Okay, a little change of plans here. I'm going to make a new fence. Part of the reason is that my idea that I could relocate the holes on here, and I'm going to have to drill new holes anyway. So when I built this thing a long time ago, I was not that precise drilling these holes. So I want to do that this time, so that if I ever have to replace the fence, I can reset up centers and do it the way I want. So I'm going to locate my fence out here. I got to look at my old hole location on the back, but somewhere in there. I'm going to go 1 inch from the edge, and then from there I'm going to come over. I don't think it's real important here, but let's just see where I was at. Previously I was at about 8 1/4. So I'm going to come over 8 inches, so 1 inch and 9 inches. I really like this new tape measure for this. So 1 inch, 9 inches. So there'll be 8 inches on center, and I'll use my 3-2-1 blocks to set that up. So in the fence, I drill a 1/4 inch hole and a 1/2 inch hole on 8 inch on center. And the one thing I had to be aware of when I picked out this piece of stock for my fence is that it has to be wider than my knob. Otherwise, if my knob, I had another piece picked out, but my knob would have hung over the edge just a little bit, and that would have interfered with my work butting up against it. So let me locate holes here. Like I said, 1 and 9. I can do the same on this piece, and then we can go from there. So I can remove this and locate my holes on this piece, and then use it as a template to drill into this one.